Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
Welcome to the morning show.
Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday, everyone. What a weekend. What a beautiful spring, summer weekend in South Florida. It was hot, but it was beautiful. How you doing? Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning to me.
Good morning to you. Good morning to Josh. Good morning to everyone out there in TV world and to Mayor. Huge congratulations to Mayor Corley.
Mr. Academy Award winner.
Not only were you entered into the film festival, you won
Turn down
in the
your
film festival.
turn down the mix because his pop is crunching.
Oh, that was because of Josh's thing.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
How many awards were there?
There was, I didn't count, but there was like best VFX.
You gotta talk into your mic.
Oh yeah, right. This one's a little complicated. There was like best VFX, FX, like cinematography. There's a lot in there, and then audience was like the cherry on the top.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're gonna play it today on maybe the midday show. Dog-eared.
You gotta turn your mic up, huh?
Dog-eared.
Gotcha.
I think that the essence of what's going on here is you've never won an award. You've never even done one of these before, right?
I've done a film festival before, but that was like just like an in-school thing. But this was like, international film included.
What made you decide to enter it?
Well, I wanted to get my foot out of the door because I didn't want to just, have myself specifically for FAU. Plus, all of my cast and crew worked really hard on it, so it'd be kind of a shame to only have that be an FAU project.
So this was a regular film festival? Anyone, you said it was international, you have people from all over the world that entered.
Yeah, we had some from there's a really funny one from Indonesia. There's one, and then you have your national stuff too. So University of South California had my favorite film called Mantis Club in it. It was pretty cool.
Very nice. Congratulations to you.
And what is the name of the film?
My film is Dog Ear.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna see if the Movies of Del Rey will play it when they put the international pieces.
Nice.
Turn your mix down.
As a short?
As a short.
Very nice.
I think it's important that we encourage what he's doing.
I said your parents have to be so proud of you. 4 years ago, there you were from high school, entering college, not knowing what you were going to do and where your life was going to lead you. And now you're making movies, you're teaching, you're in film festivals.
Wait a minute,
winning.
does he know what he's going to do? You know what you're going to do?
Yeah, I want to be a script writer. So I'm going to look to see if I can get into any writer circles or just work on sets. Because that's like a public thing now. They definitely just put them up there, and if you want to be crew, you can be crew. So.
In Florida too?
I believe so. Yeah.
Very nice.
Mix. We had the
Mix?
same problem.
Same, it's popping again?
Yep.
Maybe it's
called
the...
crunch.
it's
It's like
the-
Captain Crunch.
Maybe it's the wheel. I don't know.
Well,
How
I
was
don't
your
think it's the
weekend?
wheel. I think it's the mix button.
Good? You went fishing?
It was pretty good, yeah.
Where'd you go?
We went to Lake Okeechobee, actually. It is beautiful over there.
It's
Really?
huge. Is it full?
No. It was kind of... It wasn't bad, actually.
It's like
I was going to say it
90%.
was a little low, but it wasn't bad.
Is it a whole park area that you can go to?
We went to... I don't want to call it a levee, but it was like a little hill that you went over, and then the lake was like underneath it. It was cool looking. But we only went to like a smidge portion of it. I mean, this place is huge.
It's huge. Lake is tremendous.
Yeah.
That feeds all of Florida, right?
Tremendous.
You've been there?
No, but I've seen pictures on the map. There's Lake Okeechobee. It's
I
half the
drove-
size of Florida. It's
I drove by
huge.
it. I drove by it. Never went to it. Never went on it.
Yeah, but you drive by and you see that just the mountainous of
walls.
it. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Did you catch anything?
We were out there from 7 till 3. We didn't catch
Wow.
anything till like the last hour,
You're
which
kidding.
it kind of stunk. Yeah.
You were using the frog?
Oh, I was using my frog. Yeah.
Nothing,
I love using the frog. I go back from a frog to a worm.
nothing jumping. Did your mom go?
Mm-hmm.
You all went?
Yeah, it was me, my mom, and my grandpa. We were all there on the
In
boat.
the lake, you got to find the beds. They have the fish because it's not like the ocean. They're like in certain parts of the lake.
Oh no, my grandpa knows. Yeah,
They
he
found it?
does tournaments every weekend for
Really?
fishing. Yeah.
He lives
so-
near Geo,
Yeah.
Tampa.
Tampa?
All my family's
Yeah,
in
you
Tampa.
know where your son lives?
Bradenton.
Tampa, Bradenton, the west side of
No,
Florida.
Tampa's an hour north.
That's
what
still
you
pretty
told me, no?
close. Pretty close.
Like from here to Miami.
So the fish ride, it was beautiful this morning. It was raining, but I gotta tell you, it was beautiful
Turn the
weather
gains
here
down,
this
Maya.
weekend. It was hot. I went outside. I fell asleep. Out. I was so tired. I think by the time we're done here on the end of a week, I am wiped out.
You get
It's
wiped
part,
out.
it's part of aging, I guess. I'm not aging so gracefully.
You get wiped out over anything.
I know. We do a lot of work here. Good morning. Teddy comes ready for winter. It's always cold in here. She's in a heavy sweatshirt, heavy sweatpants. How was your weekend? What'd you do? Mulch?
I mulched a little bit and I watched the Knicks beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in the playoffs.
And the Sixers moved on too.
Turn my slider up, huh?
How come you're not a Brooklyn Nets fan? Oh, I guess they
Ugh.
started in New Jersey, right? Back in the day.
I used to be a Dr. J fan when they were in the ABA.
Okay.
And I went to see a game, see Dr. J. And then I went to school, and I had cut school, and I had a note from me. It says I went to see the doctor. So they say, you went to see what doctor for what? Basketball.
Yeah.
He was the greatest. He was unbelievable. He was 3 James, whatever his name is.
You're Dr. J.
Dr.
The
Julius
Heat moved
Erving.
on.
The Heat moved on, yes.
The Heat moved on.
No, they didn't move
No,
on
they
yet.
didn't
They're
move on
still
yet.
the
But they
3-1.
won. What does that mean?
I need one more game.
They have a good chance of moving on
Oh,
just
okay.
because the best player,
Is
the
out of
best
the
player
game?
in the league,
Is out of the game?
is injured right now for the Bucks.
With his knee?
His lower back, actually. Yeah.
Well, who just went out with the knee? What, Heat player?
No, one of my Sixers.
Ah.
Yeah, our MVP went out with a knee injury. They don't know if he'll be back for the second round.
Don't we play you guys in the second round if we win?
No, we play the Knicks. I mean, we play the Celtics.
Ugh. Who do we play? The Heat?
Who's we? You got all different teams.
You're gonna play the Bucks or the Heat.
Playing the Heat?
Who's the we?
The Knicks.
Oh. You like the Knicks?
What? Do I like the Knicks? You're going to see me in blue and orange when I come in. The Knicks and the Mets have the same colors. You notice that?
Yeah. I love when teams do that. Pittsburgh is the only city where all the teams share the same colors. Pittsburgh Penguins, black and yellow. Pittsburgh Steelers, black and yellow. Pittsburgh Pirates, black and yellow. I love
Makes
that
it a whole
so
lot
much.
easier.
Yeah, but
I
the
love it.
Yankees are tradition with pinstripes.
Yeah.
And they have that bomber blue. So nobody's ever going to take that. And the Mets are from the old Brooklyn Dodge, New York Giants? Brooklyn Dodgers.
Morning.
So they added the orange. When the Brooklyn Dodgers left, they added the orange to separate them.
Not in Florida. The Dolphins are turquoise and orange. Miami is green and orange. And the Heat is red and black.
But
They're like
Miami-
not even close.
Yeah, Miami Marlins, they change their colors every single year now. I don't
Yes.
know why.
Yeah,
Because
what color are they?
They're trying to raise money from the merchandise.
Oh.
Meanwhile, G-Man graduated from that arena over the weekend.
So that, yeah, it was
So
good.
proud of him. I'm so proud of all of you guys. And you're graduating next week? Amazing.
Another walkout?
Another walker. So Thursday we're
When is
having
your
a little
graduation at?
It's at the West Palm Convention Center.
How many in your group?
I have no idea. I'd say no less than maybe like 400 or 500. It's a big class.
Wow.
Like
I
my
thought thousands.
like my class that came in 2020, we were the biggest class to come in. I think they said in like however many years, maybe like 5-6 years. So they're doing it by major. So it's gonna be long. It's gonna be like 4 hours this year.
Like
Lower
yours
the-
was,
lower
right?
the
It was
next
la-
layer, lower the
yeah, that's
next.
how it was last year. It's long.
Was it at the West Palm Convention Center or
Yeah,
was it
same-
school?
No, it was the same place. Yeah.
It's a beautiful convention center, but it's a long day, right?
I have no idea how I'm gonna make it like through that because they say that we have to be there by 12. So 12 really means like 11:30 because my family they're almost
10:30.
always late.
The traffic is crazy.
I know because I have to go from Deerfield up to West Palm, and I'm like, okay, someone just like keep caffeine coming at me on like a constant flow until like 1 o'clock.
What time is graduation?
It's 1 to 5. It's gonna be brutal.
I remember
1 to
last
5.
year. I remember last year there was people like when they walked across, they got all their stuff, and then when they went back to their seat, they tried to get up and leave. The administrator said, "No, you got to stay and sit for the whole thing."
We knew quite a few of them that got up and left. I think Bailey left. I think Mia left. I think a lot of people left graduation. It was a long time.
Turn your mix down, Mayor. It's popping. Let me ask you a question. What do you do for 5 hours sitting there?
I have no idea.
Sudoku, sleep.
No idea.
Listen to the keynote. Who's your keynote? Do you even know?
Play 8-ball pool.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the keynoter?
You don't even know.
Who's the keynoter at G-Man's? Anybody know?
We got to ask them. I
First of
heard
all-
Gwen Stefani is coming to Palm Beach to raise money for Dreyfus School of the Arts.
Really?
For
She's
Dreyfus?
Yep, she's doing a big fundraiser to bring money back to the musicians.
Dreyfus doesn't need any money.
They really don't.
The public schools need money.
Well, they consider
their
Dreyfus
arts
a
But I
public
think
programs.
she
school.
graduated.
Dreyfus
from
is an
Dreyfus.
art school as is.
You think Dreyfus? She went to Dreyfus. Gwen Stefani? She's from
Why else
Florida.
was she raising money for it?
I don't know. I don't think she's from Florida though.
I don't think so.
Would you have her come in here and explain?
Yeah.
Right?
Just hang outside Dreyfus the whole time. Just say,
They said tickets for the public are only $50, but VIP you get open bar. You can go to the stage at a park up in West Palm Beach. I don't know how they got her, which means they had to pay her big money to come in.
The school doesn't hurt for money. Now, do you want to announce that we have an event for the caregiver show?
I don't think it's an open event, so no.
Oh, it's not an open event?
No, I think it's
On
by
the
invitation.
27th?
It's by
23rd,
invitation.
24th?
It's by invitation, so I'm not even going to give out the date. Because they're paying for food,
Am I
and they're bringing in
invited?
food
I'm not
and
invited.
drinks. You're invited. You got to be here.
I didn't know that.
How many people did you invite?
Yeah, if you're watching, don't come. I thought it was an open invite.
You have to ask them because they're arranging with their caterer and they're arranging with their bartender and all of that. So
Open on.
I don't think it's quite an open invite. But it is a new show that's starting on May 2nd called Senior Strategies with Amy and Shane. Whole different perspective. I had a whole deep dive into my senior strategies over the weekend. Deep dive. But it's all good.
Karen is going to produce a show from Chile,
Oh, that's cool.
a Spanish show.
What's the
Spanish
time
network.
difference? Do you know?
Same difference.
Chile's the same time zone as we are?
Yeah, I checked that out yesterday.
She shakes her head yes. Really?
I believe so.
Yeah, it is. I talked to her yesterday.
do they work like going straight down?
And we're an hour behind, so yeah.
No, but like say we're lined up with New York, right? We're in the same time zone. But if you go straight down from there all the way to the bottom of South America, like equivalent
It lines
down,
up.
it's the same time zone. Okay.
Apparently, because I asked her what time is it, and she gave me the military time. I said, but she says the same.
Saturday night, I went out for dinner with my sister and Leah and some friends. Bar, appetizer, dessert. Skip dinner. She said it was the best night ever. Ever go out and just not even order dinner? You have?
Yeah.
Drinks, appetizer, dessert. I got to tell you, their desserts were
Where is this?
unbelievable.
Where?
Eddie V's down in Fort Lauderdale.
Nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Mucho dinero?
Probably.
You didn't pay it?
I didn't look at the bill. We paid it. I just didn't look at it.
What
Well, no,
did
we
you give
split
her?
it 3 ways. I just took it and here's the girl thing. You pass it over. It's a beautiful thing
Got a load
sometimes.
of that,
You can go.
Mixer.
Being an
Where's
empowered
my
woman
slider?
means you can choose whether you're going to look at the bill and pay it or you're going to not look at it and pass it along. I chose
you're an
to,
empowered woman when you don't pay the bill?
because you have a choice of whether you want to pay it or not.
Can I be an empowered guy and not pay the bill?
No, men don't have an option. I don't,
isn't
right? I don't
fair.
think men have a choice.
They really don't. They don't. You
I don't
don't.
think you do.
Lower the game. Lower the max. First of all, let me ask you a question. If I don't pay the bill, then the woman's going to think I'm a cheapskate.
Exactly.
Well,
But if you don't pay the bill, it makes you an empowered woman.
Correct, because I've passed it on to my man.
I almost went broke yesterday.
Where'd you go?
No free photo shoot.
It was a free photo shoot yesterday.
Where'd you go?
That's all I'm gonna say.
We were told we're going to find out today.
Most likely.
But where'd you go?
Barnes and Noble, comic book store, vinyl store. There was Vinyl Day Saturday.
Where?
I didn't even know that.
50%
anywhere?
off.
Everywhere. Yeah.
I forgot to tell you.
Yeah,
I got
thank you.
I got so busy.
I guess that should have been my fault too, because I should keep up on the stuff.
So where
that
do you get
they-
vinyls? Where do they sell them?
Everywhere.
I don't remember the name of the place, but it was a place down in like Fort Lauderdale, and they had a Black Keys album that it's a band, and it was a live album that is nowhere, but it was only a special record day sale, and I'm so happy I found it.
What you buy it?
Yeah, I bought that one, and then I bought Swimming by Mac Miller because that one, the vinyl for that, if you look on Amazon or Best Buy, $300. It was only
Don't do that.
$25 here.
Get off the knobs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of place in Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah. So,
Nice.
but record store
Go to the
deal,
next.
record doors. I can't even say the word now, but
How
beautiful.
much
band.
did you pay for those
25.
vinyls? You know, that's a working record player, by the way.
I'm not putting my vinyls on that player.
Where do
It's
you,
never been used.
I know, but
The
I'm not,
needle's brand new.
I'm not putting my vinyls
where
on
do you
that
put your
player.
vinyls on? Do you have a player at home?
I have my own, yeah.
He's not trusting your record player back there, is
The
all I
only
can tell
thing, a
you.
record player, you scratch it, you go across with the needle, you'll scratch it.
Remember
But that's
doing all that?
brand new. Yeah, I remember. We used to do it on purpose. Now they have that machine that does it.
I've done the backwards stuff though on Stairway to Heaven because it has like subliminal message or something like that. It's pretty cool.
Have you found that to be true?
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of talk about it. You did it.
And then there's another one where Paul McCartney supposedly died, and they replaced him with a fake Paul McCartney. And in the song "I'm So Tired" on the White Album, if you play it backwards, John Lennon does some like gibberish at the end, and supposedly it says, "Paul is dead. I miss him. I miss him."
It's true that. That was
Yeah.
a big thing in the day.
And the Late Late Show is coming to an end.
You know, first of all, this guy, just go.
Why?
Because if I'm
Everyone's
gonna go
happy
a
about
year,
it.
it's been
That
a,
he's leaving, are they?
it's been a 3
been a whole
year
big thing.
goodbye. I
been-
think it's that my. It's a 3-year goodbye.
It's been a whole big thing.
This is like the longest goodbye tour.
But he
ever.
came up with some great things like carpool karaoke and
He had P Diddy in there. You see this? P Diddy.
P. Diddy. They talked about how does Diddy spell his name in the song.
It's, your name is P Diddy, and he says no. And they got into an argument as to the way you say his name.
Did you see over the weekend they did a whole segment with Cheetah Rivera? 90 years old, and she's still singing from West Side Story.
She didn't sing. She played the
She sang it, she did.
store-
She was,
the storekeeper.
but she can't quite dance like she did at 90, but she's still singing the tracks.
I got to work on
90
Cheetah
years old.
Cheetah Rivera's apartment by the Dakotas one year.
You worked on a lot of people's apartments at the Dakotas. Was that the
She
place
was-
to live?
That was where all the superstars lived. CBS, where they put all the stuff on sets for soap operas, was on the corner. I used to go on my lunch hour, my father's lunch hour. I used to go watch them wheel all of the hospitals and stuff in and out of this warehouse down there. It was unbelievable.
A lot of stuff going. See the head of Comcast, was it head of CBS? He had to step down for inappropriate activities with a female worker.
But she was empowered. Did she rat him out? Was it
I don't know
inappropriate?
who ratted who out, but he apologized for his actions and said it was inappropriate. He should have never done what he did, and he should have never put the company in jeopardy, and he was
But
sorry
if
for
they
doing
had a
what he did.
relationship, are they married to other people?
I
Well, I
don't
guess
know.
there's two questions. If you have a relationship with somebody at work, is that inappropriate?
I guess if your rules say you can't,
If you're the
I don't know.
CEO of CBS,
You're not allowed to have a date with a woman?
not if
not if she's under you.
Not
I
if
think
you're
you were
like a
gonna tell me
subordinate.
not if he's married and she's married to different people, I'll buy that. But what difference does it make if she's under him?
because it could be construed as workplace issues. It could be construed as a whole lot of things.
Lower that gain again. I don't know
Given-
what it
given
is you
her-
touch, it's just crack
I'm only
crazy.
touching the sliders, yeah.
Giving her
Given her-
benefits, it
yeah,
could be
benefits.
misconstrued as
Yeah.
sexual harassment because a lot of things.
Well, why is it sexual harassment?
I don't know what the charges are. I don't know if there even are charges. All I know is he has stepped down immediately. Is all I know. It's called the Josh rule.
Mm,
You see how you got yourself painted in that corner?
mm.
We're not even following the Josh rule, but it goes all the way up in corporate America for a variety of reasons.
So
I
let me
guess.
ask you a question. If Josh dated somebody in here and she said that he was misappropriate, what do you do?
You gotta have a conversation. It's an issue. Someone's
say
gotta
goodbye to
go.
Josh?
I gotta say bye. Yeah.
We had to let that other producer go, remember, a few years ago, because a girl came forward and said he was inappropriate, and then he came back in after we told him not to, and we said, you gotta go. You just can't do this.
I remember that. But we took her word against him, because he said nothing didn't happen that wasn't.
Well,
mutually-
she came to work every day. He showed up only when we had new crew. So, exactly. And then he speaks from the other side of the mic, right? You kind of got to read a room. Ever go into a party or situation, you just want someone to read the room, and you think they're going to read it, and they don't even read what's going on. They continue to do what's on their mind. You don't read a room.
I do, but what am I gonna do?
You
I
still
tell
do
Josh
what
to
you
cut
want to
it out,
do.
he still does.
He had a whole conversation Friday as to who and what. By
I
process
know
of
Zari
elimination.
keeps trying to text. Zari keeps texting me.
But
I got
Corey,
some inside scoops.
I gotta tell you, Corey is like, he could play poker.
Well, because Corey knows who you're dating, and he wouldn't tell us.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I said, Corey, really? I said, here's the mop, and I made a mop. And he says, how long is this going to continue? I said,
Did you
"Take
make
the
a mop?
garbage
You
out."
made a mop?
No. Have you
Yes.
seen how dirty
Oh.
He
the
threw
floor
out the
is?
garbage. And then what I did was I hit bags, so he made 5 trips. Well, instead of doing 1 trip at a time, it was 5. He says, is this going to be a thing? I say, oh yeah.
Good
I'm gonna
morning.
wake you.
No. And Baxton did a show with his dad. He made peach cobbler with his dad. So if you want to check out how to make peach cobbler, just tune into our Kids Television Network. Check out the episode that aired Saturday morning. Can't believe that
Did-
was his dad. I wasn't sure who it was.
Did he bring any of it down here?
He'll be back tomorrow. We should ask him to make it here, but he
I
needs a
will.
whole skillet. He's got a knob of butter, and then he's got sugar and peaches, and cooking with his dad. Oh, there's Hot Wheels. She's like, phew. She's in
Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce. She's like, phew. She's already through the whole studio. Where'd she go?
Kept on going.
She kept on going. I don't know where she was. She's like,
She's got
she's
a
like,
V8
whoa.
in there.
Oh, okay.
She's got a V8 in there.
Oh, okay.
So did you see the new patches that came
Oh.
out?
What new patches?
The patches that Bailey and them.
Oh, the new wacky packs. I got to figure out how to market them, but they're really cool. She's setting up her computer.
You know, you're supposed to put a slab of gum and wrap those up.
I don't know if people do gum, but we have to come up with something to put in a wacky pack, and then how to package them. And we're going to do them as stickers, right? So you can have more stickers to put on your mugs. So I think they need to be like a way to cut them out as stickers, right? So we just pull
Yeah,
the
so
sticker off.
it would be the drawing and then like a
Shape.
nice white outline around
Mhm.
it for the sticker part of it. But you can put them in maybe like a sealed bag, kind of, where they're like the stapled on the top kind of thing, and then sell them like that.
They have a machine that you put the plastic and it seals it. But did you guys know what the bazooka
Yeah.
comics
Sure.
are?
Yeah.
And inside the bazooka there's a gum,
You want to put a comic in there
and then
too?
the wrapper is a
We
comic.
could.
Well, I got some, Cracker Jacks. Open it and they have the little toy inside. We'll do that for the cafe bags. We'll throw stuff inside
In the
there.
Inside every
Coffee?
coffee bag, there's a
Yeah.
prize.
But I was thinking of doing a wrapper. There's a comic.
Could do that.
And that's like an old school.
It's everything that we've got here. We've got the comics, you've got the pictures, you've got the coffee news. We're going to be putting all those pieces together. Yes.
How come you didn't tell True Oldies that I can design their billboard?
Have you seen their billboard?
It's terrible.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where is it?
It's in 6th location. I have a meeting with them this week.
Do you remember before True Oldies bought it, the other company that
Go
bought
get
it?
your coffee.
And there were billboards all over South Florida that were incredibly offensive to New Yorkers.
This one's offensive to old people.
Oh, it is? I haven't seen it. But to New Yorkers, and people would call in and comment, and they were like, how can we represent this? It was bad. I haven't seen the True Oldies ones. I guess it's that bad, huh?
Well, listen, it's not like I own the radio station. I mean,
I
it's
know
a matter
that,
of
but we
putting
can.
stuff up.
You can let them know that we have an in-house graphic designer that can.
Take it easy. It's part of the plan. We're making a pitch to them.
Yeah, I got to write that up, too.
You know, we had to write that up, and we have to talk to Jody to help us put it together. But True Oldies is, hopefully they're going to open up and do a little bit more. July 4th is, they're going to have the July 4th party. They're supposed to put a group together. They're interviewing them this week. They haven't made the announcement as to who it is yet.
All right, so here's the question to our millennials or Gen Z. If
Or
you were to go to a
ABC.
concert for July 4th,
Who would you like to see?
right, what music group would you
What
like to
group?
see? Or what cover band group?
Cover band.
Cover band?
Yeah. Has to be cover band because they're not going to spend $100,000 for 15 minutes of somebody to play.
For 4th of July, I got three. No, it can't be The Who. Either Bruce Springsteen or John Mellencamp.
That's
John
interesting.
Mellencamp.
Yeah.
Now, there's an interesting.
How about you?
I'd go the complete opposite direction, and I would give all the money in the world to see Jay-Z July 4th.
Really?
Yeah.
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
The one who's married to Beyonce?
Yeah.
Jay-Z?
I thought he was married to Mariah.
No.
No, Beyonce. But Jay-Z? Why Jay-Z? He's like a DJ. He sing?
Oh yeah, he raps. Like he's probably one of the best, like in the entire like genre. So like him on July 4th, I already know he would put like all the stops for it.
Yeah, but now let me give you another add into the mix. It has to be something in the oldies deal. Like Mellencamp is an interesting piece. I didn't even think about that.
I just thought those two, Bruce Springsteen is a very American, and then John Mellencamp is also American, but he has that song Pink Houses, where it's just.
Bye, thank you.
Hey, Kennedy, how are you? Who's the Margaritaville?
Jimmy
type?
Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
That's who they want. Is a Jimmy Buffett cover band.
You can probably get him himself.
Why,
He-
he's 97.
That's probably
No,
why.
he's not.
How old is Jimmy Buffett?
He's only
Gotta be in
like
his
60
70s.
something. But he has his own Margaritaville place in
Hollywood.
in Hollywood.
They want a cover band for Jimmy Buffett. I don't think Jimmy Buffett for me would buy the ticket. I'd rather have.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, 97.
Myra, who would you go see?
I'm terrible with like music.
Yeah, me too. That's why don't even ask me. I'm not good with
Do you
lyrics or names.
remember the board the way it was when it wasn't cracking? Yeah. All right, can you look at it because it's cracking? Yep.
Who would you see, Royce? Who's your favorite music group?
I can say Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd?
Yes.
Ah.
Pink Floyd. You like Pink Floyd?
Why not?
Kennedy, come on in. How about you? If we were to go to a music group concert on July 4th, as a millennial, or you're not, are you a millennial? Gen Z? Whatever you are?
Who would you like to hear? A cover band.
I'm
No,
really
too
bad
low.
with names, I gotta tell you, so.
No, I'm too low too. Teddy, I'm too low.
I got you. No, I lowered it. It wasn't that low.
Some more to come. We got to come up with a cover band and talk to them and see what else we got. We got a book when I came in this morning. Jerry Castaldo,
She's good.
a memoir. Brooklyn, New York, a grim retrospective. I feel like I'm reading a Frank Ruffalo book. He's going to be in tomorrow. Heartbreaking, riveting, and just plain scary. I don't know. I would not think of Brooklyn that way. But we're going to give Jerry a call. He says, hey, thanks for your interest in my book. You guys have a great show. Continued success, Jerry. So, see where he's booking. He's booking all through New York and New Jersey areas.
I got
Sing, what you got?
one more.
All right.
Steely Dan
Oh,
as well too.
Who?
Steely Dan.
Is there a Steely Dan cover band?
He probably is. I mean, that band's a very popular-ish group, so I think there should be one for him, for them.
But write these names down because it's part of the proposal. Jojo's looking for these, much better. Jojo's looking for these cover bands, and we have to reach out also as part of the presentation we have to make.
There's a lot of concerts coming out. Ticketmaster seems to be on point. Tons of scheduled concerts.
Because they got sued for millions.
But they're expensive.
It's way too pricey.
Everything's so pricey. I bought tickets to go to Lionel Richie, of course, with my brain.
That's
I forgot-
expensive.
Expensive.
When you
Jason-
going?
August or September.
You didn't buy me a ticket?
I would have, but I knew you wouldn't pay the price.
How much is it?
It was expensive. I think it was like
How-
$600
For who?
for two.
For who?
For Lionel
Lionel
Richie.
Richie.
And I forget who else I bought them for. Because my brain is like, I know, $600. Kind of crazy. I knew, that's why I didn't buy you a ticket.
Music should
You-
be free, people.
And you bought, it cracks, maybe it's that mic, I don't know, something's cracking. So you decide, are you taking your mom and dad? You see, that's what I don't understand about you. Your mom and dad are big Lionel Richie fans.
What?
Yeah,
Says who?
ask them.
It's
How
not-
much you want to bet? I'll bet you
I'm
$1.
not really good at remembering names and groups, but I'm like looking at you like,
So if
what?
your mom and dad wanted to go, would you give them your ticket?
Sure, I'd buy them tickets, absolutely, if they
Okay,
wanted to go.
I'm gonna-
I 100%
Being
would
that
buy
you
them
didn't get,
tickets.
you didn't even call me to tell me.
I did, and you asked me, you were sitting next to me when I bought them, and I said, would you like to go? And you said, how much are they? And I told you, and you said, no way.
That never happened.
We were sitting right there on the couch when I bought them.
Never happened.
You said no.
Never happened.
I know, they were pricey, but since I don't go on vacation and I don't go to a lot of things, I figured Lionel
You're
Richie
entitled.
wouldn't be like
Oh,
a
he's
mosh
the
pit.
best. He's the best. Mosh pit.
I'm not
A
like
Josh
big on
Mosh
mosh
pit.
pits and lots of people and all. It's just like, but Jason Mraz is going to be at Meisner Park. See, that's the concert venue that I would love Jason Mraz.
He was my first concert, actually.
Really?
Like, my first concert of all time, it was him. Yeah.
But Meisner Park, you can go to Meisner Park, and you can just sit in the grass and listen, which is kind of cool for the public. And then you don't have to pay, but then you don't have the seats.
You're going to sit outside. That's kind
That's
of.
what everybody does. They bring their lawn chairs,
That's
they
really
sit outside
creepy.
in the grass.
You do that? And you criticize me by going to dinner at 4 or 5 o'clock because you say it's the early bird.
I haven't done that in a long time, but I know people do. And Meisner's changing. They're opening new restaurants. Apparently, they're putting in Eddie V's there. They've got new restaurants. There's a new Mexican place that took over Junior's.
Don't switch this. You sit in the outside.
I
knoll.
haven't.
You're
I'm
in
not
the
a
grassy
big
knoll.
concert. I know. I just
So
can't
you don't have to
spend
pay
the
the
money.
ticket?
Well, Meisner, you don't have to because you could. But I was thinking of going. I like Jason Mraz.
Meisner's free.
No, it's not.
You have to pay to go in?
Yes.
On
That's
the
what
grass?
I'm telling you. Yes.
Really? I didn't know that. I thought it was free.
If you go to the amphitheater, you got to pay for the tickets.
That's the closed-in amphitheater.
Yes.
What about the open
The
amphitheater?
thing that you're teasing me about, no.
So the concert that we did was a closed venue.
Yes, you have to pay to do that.
So they have open venues too in there?
No.
You have to pay.
Sit at one of the restaurants outside. They're
So
not,
if you-
they don't have a sound wall.
Exactly.
There's some ripoff.
Why?
Because if you have 3,000 people, like we had, he sold 6,000 tickets. Only 3 showed up because it was COVID. So you really have more than 6,000 if you add up all the numbers. You went, right after
Yes.
we did that shoot, you went to eat on Meisner. Was there a lot of people in the venue?
It was the day before COVID. The world shut down that day. I don't think there were people anywhere. Everyone was terrified.
No, there was a lot of people.
Yeah, so Meisner has a big expanse, 100%.
Free.
All right, have you thought of a name yet? I bought you a lot of time. She's like, now she's changing the subject back on me.
Okay, so group,
Any group.
Girl that you
What's
like,
your- who's
right?
your
If you go
favorite
to a
group?
concert for. Oh,
One
One
Republic.
Republic, that's good.
But that's modern, right? That's like Fish.
They can be modern. Dolly Parton cover?
Ew.
Because that's Dolly Parton.
Ew.
Dolly Parton is a good one.
You like Alicia Keys? She's coming to concert.
I love Alicia Keys.
She did.
Yep.
I love Alicia
She's coming to
Keys.
South Florida.
She can play that piano. She can sing. She can do anything she wants. She's
And
good.
Janet Jackson was just here last weekend. A lot of people are back in concert in South Florida.
Janet Jackson is singing again? Wow.
She was singing. She was down at Hard Rock.
No, Hard Rock is doing a lot of good stuff.
Yep, they're totally changed. And I think it's because I'm getting older. Like I like the groups, but you're young and you still think it's good. So maybe it's not because I'm old.
That's because they're getting a nickel for every gambling piece in Florida.
They're doing a lot more at Hard Rock.
They
a
got
lot
a
of
lot
stuff.
of money coming in. They got to spend it.
A lot of stuff. How was your weekend?
Good. A lot of studying done. Just recently just had a little accident before I came here.
Your car?
No, the guy was trying to run me off the road because he was unhinged. I don't know.
You okay?
We'll check.
Somebody run you off the road.
Yeah.
That's a
He
little
was, like,
something?
speeding and then he was slowing down and then he was speeding, slowing down, like trying to get me off the road. And I'm like, I'm behind you. So when I try to go across me, and he tried to speed with me, and yeah, flipped me off.
Her mic is
Why?
low. Her mic is low. Wow.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Wow. Royce, how was your weekend?
It was good. I went to movie,
What'd you see?
Mafia Mama.
How'd you like
How'd
it?
you like that?
It was good.
It's
it
a piece
was
of junk.
comedy, yeah.
Junk.
He didn't
Junk.
like it.
Junk. You like the acting?
I like the acting, but I don't like the movie piece. Like
It was horrible.
it's like comedy.
It wasn't even funny. It was horrible.
I thought it will be more funny.
It wasn't.
Because the trailer was funny, but the movie
The movie sucked.
funny.
I went to the movies.
Did you? What'd you see?
I saw Somewhere in Queens.
How was that?
It made me very angry
Why?
because a lot of it is reflective of life in Queens, in New York, at a time when I was coaching and the guy from Everybody Loves Raymond, that was his first direction, and he was the father. And his son was very shy. I mean, extremely shy, like a Josh. And he found basketball because he became good at it as his go-to. So his father encouraged basketball because the kid was changing. So as he was going through high school, he became a superstar, and a college in Philadelphia wanted to give him a full scholarship, a full ride. But he met a girl and fell in love. And she broke his heart because she didn't want a serious relationship. And so he went into the pits. He started being sincere with his father. Says, you know, I never wanted to go to college and play basketball. You wanted me. And everything became on him and on the father and on the father. And the whole family came down on the father. And I thought that was unfair. I really thought it was unfair because I remember Michelle accusing me of the same thing. And that's just not fair. And Linda will tell you, she says, but why are you getting so upset? And it triggered a lot of stuff that I remember. He did everything for his son. He built a hoop, he had him practice, but he started to change into a man and started to date people, have friends. He didn't even tell his parents he had a girlfriend. He did a Josh.
We
Everything
saw
was
the
secret.
trailer, I think, when we went to the movie, and it looked interesting.
It was the most upsetting movie I have ever seen, but I give it 4 stars.
Because it hit home.
Oh my God, it ran me over like a bus. And the funny thing is that how many parents say that they do things for the betterment of their kids, and then they get accused that, oh, you're just trying to live through your son. No, man, you're missing the point. And at the end, he ends up agreeing with the family. Oh, I did it for all the wrong reasons because he had to get the kid back on his side. And the kid decided not to go to college. He decided to become an actor instead. Wow. Okay.
But you know what's interesting? Because until you have kids, it's hard to even say my parents did wrong. Because parents, most parents who love their children, they do the best they can at the time that they're going through it. And they try to make the best decisions. But there's no rule book. There's no 1, 2, 3, 4, because every person's different, every child's different, every parent is different, every living situation is different. You try to do the best you can that you hope for your child. sometimes it's not always, it
But-
doesn't work
but,
out that
I
way.
mean, but kids live their own life, and I get that. And the kid was really, really shy. Apparently, he didn't talk to anybody. He didn't start talking till the age of 5. What kid doesn't talk to the age of 5?
My father.
Oh, there you have it.
Josh.
Well, that's a whole, to the age of 5? I believe it. But the problem here is that the father was worried about his son. Single son.
So why
no
did it upset you?
siblings.
Because he was blamed for doing something that wasn't in the betterment of
Because
his
he
child.
found basketball to be a go-to, and the kid started to grow from playing the sport.
What's like putting
But
your,
that's not why the kid did it.
like your daughter, yes, I'm being gender specific, going to ballet or dance, because that's where they excel. Cheetah Rivera said that was kind of her story. She was dancing from furniture to furniture, she said, till she fell through the coffee table. And her mother said, no more, now you have to actually go to learn to dance. But that's where she excelled, because that's where she was able to get out. Everyone's story is different. She said she was one of 5, a single mother, raised by a single mother, and parents are like, here's your outlet, go and grow and be. And it was different then, but
Well, Freddie
do.
was good in sports ever since he was 5.
Bless you.
And then Gio says to me, you made me play sports that I didn't want to play sports. I said, no, I didn't. Gio never wanted to be sports because Freddie was good at it, in Gio's eyes. I thought Freddie was average at it. So I said to him, okay, do you want to coach? Do you want to do this? No, I want a chemistry set. So I bought him a chemistry set, and he blew up half the house.
Remember the story? The kid told us he bought Gio he had put old TVs apart in a box. And he took everything. He took this TV, he took it apart, he put it in the box, and he put it back together without all the parts. You asked him why, and he said, because it really doesn't need all those parts. They're extra.
He
We
still
don't
does
need them.
that to me.
And it still worked.
He still does that to me.
He was 5.
He did it with the phone too. So Michelle will say to me, "Why are you making him do something he doesn't want to do?" First of all, I didn't want him to do what he didn't want to do. I said, "Try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it." Gio was a lefty, and he was lean, and he was tall, and he was good. No baseball. Played football, won a championship. That's it, Dad. I don't need to do this no more. So I'm thinking of seeing this movie. I'm saying, boy, is that why he was doing it for me?
Oh, it really triggered you.
And it did, and it upsets me. I don't want anybody doing something for me. I want you to do something for you. I will help you do it.
Yeah, but kids don't. You guys ever do anything to please your parents?
Yep.
Not Teddy. Teddy's like, no.
My parents were really like, they had a thing, if I wanted to try something, I had to do it for 2 months. And after 2 months, I could choose whether I wanted to keep doing it or I wanted to try something else. So like, I tried so many things when I was a kid, and I found out what I liked because I did everything for 2 months, and I was like, Mom, Dad, I hate this. And they were like, okay, you tried it, you stuck with it, do something else
That's
then.
fair.
So
Well, there's a
whatever.
dangerous
too.
combination.
What'd you try?
Everything.
But
He
you're
still
good
does.
at everything.
Because he tried
Is
everything.
there anything you try that you're not good at? Nothing.
He tries everything he's good at, and what do you try that you're not good at? Everything. And it's just very confusing.
I'm talking to Freddie over the weekend. We had this shoot for today. And there's only so many people we can put on so many things. And it's not easy because we got you on one thing, I got you on another thing, I got you on something else. And then you get this outlier. Can you send 2 in crew down to do a shoot? Well,
I wanted 3 on the
but I
crew.
needed video and we needed audio for music, right? So then we are thinking on a Sunday morning, where are we going to get the audio from? So then I'm thinking to you, because you know how to go up and get what we need. And you're going to be in A, so I couldn't pull you. And it's a lot of pulling because you guys are
No, I
good at
came up-
everything.
I came up with it, but that wasn't the problem of the deal.
Well,
The
no,
deal had
that was a whole different
wrinkle.
situation, but
But the problem is that when you add intelligence to the mix, I learned from dealing with Gio. Gio was very bright, and when you had intelligence to the mix, the things that you don't want to do because of your intelligence outweigh the
You want the mic?
things outweigh the things that somebody else wants you to do.
I think the what works best is teamwork. Because not everyone is good at, or everyone has their own niche, and as long as they come together, they can combine something that is just perfect.
Yeah, but you had to fit into a niche before.
We
They were a
know
team.
what people's niches are
But do
for the
they
most
know?
part.
Do they know? And there's another problem. You're a male. She's a female.
Yeah.
And there's a big world of difference between how the world looks at you perspective and looks at her perspective.
Yeah, but
And that
she's
has an-
stronger than me.
But that has an influence. But that's may not be how she perceives it. It's a twofold, threefold equation here. Like Gio used to get mad. He says, Dad, I said the same thing in the meeting, and they didn't listen to me. They listened to you. I go, yeah, but I listened to you. That's why I said it. He says, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. So it means the world, bro. Until you get a little older, you get a wrinkle on your face. It changes the game. But the game is beginning to change. It's going towards you now.
I got lots of wrinkles. People don't listen to me.
Oh, stop it.
I started to Freddie said.
Go see the movie. It's a great movie. It triggered me because, and remember, I coached a lot of kids. I've been around a lot of kids. I was in high school with a lot of kids. And then I come here and I see what's in front of me. You may not see it because you're still young. But man, I'm going to tell you, I see it. I know how good you guys can be. I know it. You ain't caught up yet. But when you do, just remember we had this talk. That's all I ask. I don't ask for anything more. It's like I had this talk with Kendra. You hit that big time. When your show, when your music is on TV, give me a holler. And she did. With the CSI piece. She said, you told me that.
Just got to keep going. How about you? We're growing up. Sports, music, dance.
So, me and my siblings, we all did our own respective sports, but our sibling rivalry was like none other.
How many are there?
There's 4 of us, and I'm the youngest. And come on, all my siblings, they're 7, 6, and 4 years older than me. So I was always like playing catch up, and I was like, no. We can't do this. My mom, she will swear that there is no rivalry, but we all know, like we were all gunning for each other at one point.
4 girls?
No, 2 boys, 2 girls. So it's boy, girl. And at one point in high school, I was like, yeah, I'm not good at this stuff. So I like beelined it away from them. And my mom was like, are you sure you really want to do that? Like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And now I'm just like, best decision ever.
See, it's different.
Who's
growing
the
up.
smartest one of the 4?
My oldest brother. He's, next year he graduates with a PhD in biochemistry.
Wow.
He's a genius.
Wow.
He's so smart. So like we all know there's no touching him. Like, and then like there's like the other 3 of us. We're like, where are your 2? Look what I'm doing.
Wow, that's amazing. But he's 7 years older. It's a big difference.
Yeah, and it's crazy because for the longest time I was like, there's no way. Cause like when I was younger, I was like, hear all this stuff, like how smart he is. I'm like, there's no way. I hit high school and I was like, you are actually a living prodigy.
That's amazing.
Like he's so smart.
What's he going to do with it?
So he's already presented some of his work to like hospitals, and I believe St. Jude was talking to him about it. And it's crazy because he did his undergrad at Hopkins, and then he
Wow.
transferred to Maryland for his graduate school. And in order to like stay in the program that he was to like go on to get like his master's PhD, he had to do a presentation and more or less like make it perfect. So he took like however many years of like research and data and just like presented it to them, and then they were like, "Yeah, like you're sticking with us, and
He's
you're
not
gonna
even
make
30.
this happen." He's how old is he? 28. He turned
Wow.
28 last month.
It reminds me of the young lady that was in here Friday. She's 23, wrote a book,
I know.
$1 million producer in real estate,
It happens.
TV, the whole 9.
How about you, Royce? Did you do any after-school activities that you loved?
I was swimming and I was in drama.
You like swimming?
Yes.
You like drama?
Yes.
You like to create drama?
Yes.
Indoor pools or outdoor in Turkey?
I was swimming in summers.
Okay. I was going to ask you what the weather's like there.
Saltwater pools, right?
We have 4 different seasons.
Yeah, not here. Not
They got
here.
saltwater pools, right?
Yes.
Do you know it's different swimming in the salt water than it is in regular water?
Yeah, because one's got salt and one's got chlorine.
But the salt is more buoyancy.
Burns your eyes,
No, it's
too.
more buoyancy. You float better.
Isn't the Red Sea in Turkey?
Black Sea.
Black Sea?
Black Sea.
Oh, well,
The one
There's
where
a Red Sea too, no? There's a Red
There-
Sea.
there is a Red
Sea, I don't
I don't know if it goes in Turkey.
Black
I know
Sea
it's in
has so
Israel.
much salt in it you could almost walk on it.
Yeah,
that's
you
the
can-
Dead Sea.
On that one too. Flag, dead, red, one of
I
them.
think I've got your shake all over my coffee mug. I keep feeling
Yeah, you do.
stuff. I think I gotta go wash my cup, get a new cup of coffee. Did it explode?
No, the lid was,
I keep,
the
I
lid
keep
was
picking up
on.
my
This is
mug,
on.
and I keep feeling your shake. Kind of dried onto it.
Ay.
Oh, I know. All right, let's wrap this up.
Oh, remember, remind people.
Johnny Melnick, today midday.
Yes, but remind people, we're going to be playing the oldies commercial. As soon as that does it, the 7th caller today wins the tickets to Sunfest.
7th. I thought it was 3rd.
7, because I was pumping up the volume over the weekend. And don't get mad at me because I can't give them to you. You got to win them.
All right, 888-9944-995. Midday, maybe we'll go over some horoscopes.
Midday.
New edition of Coffee News. Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.